Nobody was shot. Nobody was killed. Get it in your head.
There's a riot outside. We have more so-called unrest here when one of our teams wins a championship. But that's not what you're seeing on TV. Someone sets a fire in a garbage can, 12 camera crews go running toward it.
I will tell you this. I have seen more violence at a Best Buy on a Black Friday than I have in these.
Hold on a second.
We're getting cherry-picked images from the Trump administration, a sense of that there's chaos in Los Angeles. Can you actually talk to us about what has driven?
Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know.
L.A. is not burning, okay? 5 self-driving cars were burned. A couple of police cars were set on fire. That's not good. But we can't use terms that evoke images from the 1992 riots.
I spoke to about 5 people that live in L.A., that work in L.A., and they said that these protests were very, very orderly. They weren't violent, and they occurred in about a 4-block radius.
Los Angeles is calming down, that there are no riots in the streets, that the activities of the protesters is confined to about 4 or 5 square blocks in the city.
A lot of these algorithms are surfacing hours old or even days old content. So you might be looking at a video of something, wondering what's happening in LA. It's actually from 2 days ago. And that's, it only matters because it can give people a false impression of what's actually happening at a moment of unrest.
Get it straight. And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw.
Whether you see a burned car or broken window or whatever it is, it may be the exuberance of the moment.
Things are pretty quiet last night, for example.
Understand that the real thing that's happening here are the egregious ICE raids.
This is a manufactured crisis and artificial controversy.
This is the president of the United States inventing a crisis that then allows him to put military force on the streets of an American city.
This is about Trump pretending that he is the king of this nation.
I don't think that there is a crisis here that is happening at all, except for one manufactured by Washington.
Most of the afternoon and evening, demonstrations had been going on right outside the Federal Detention Center. Most of those demonstrators were very peaceful. They were chanting, they were shouting.
Law enforcement officers try to bring under control these elements that have become an offshoot of what was a peaceful protest and demonstration.
There has been no violence.
Chaos has taken place after an otherwise peaceful demonstration earlier in the afternoon.
Many in the crowd have been demonstrating peacefully, but tonight there are still people setting off fireworks.
If you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation.
We are having an administration that's targeting peaceful protests, people that are there to protest. The president is sending the National Guard because he doesn't like the scenes. He doesn't like the scenes of people peacefully protesting.